And it all begins here in Vancouver, starting at Pacific Central Station, where I would take the Amtrak Cascades at the crack of dawn out of the station, and shortly after heading over the Fraser River. And if you're traveling between Vancouver and Seattle and the weather is cooperative, there is literally no better way to do it than by train. I mean, this train will hug the coastline, passing along the line's peaks, Mount Baker, and gliding through quiet, cute little beach towns, running past the Cascade Mountains and into the Olympic Ranges. I mean, it honestly feels like I'm committing a crime by cutting out any of the clips that I took, because every single second I have my eyes glued to the window. But 4.5 hours later, I would arrive in a rarely sun-soaked Seattle and pulling into the beautiful King Street Station, and I'm telling you, I will never get tired of arriving here by train. And following a short walk into downtown, I'd arrive at the Olympic.
Welcome to the Fairmont Olympic.
Not bad at all. And check out this lobby. I mean, we will 100% be revisiting it a bit later, but I would check in and I would head up to the 11th floor for my home for the next 2 nights in Seattle's castle. Holy moly. Definitely coming back to that. Holy moly. God, this is going to be an unreal sunset view. Yeah, I think this is going to do it. And I think this suite may actually be bigger than my apartment in Vancouver, by about 30 square feet, but who's counting? Anyway, this morning was a bit of an early one with having to catch my 7 a.m. train, so I would head downstairs to the George. The George is the hotel's signature restaurant, and I mean, look at this place. It is absolutely incredible, and this was actually the original tea room when the hotel first opened in 1924, but today is a Pacific Northwest style brasserie, and named the George after the architect who designed the hotel, and it really shines and comes to life in that Seattle sunshine. Now, I started my lunch off with the burrata salad, accompanied with roasted baby beets and gremolata, and that burrata was so fresh and so creamy. Now, for mains, I went with the Alaskan halibut, served in a brown butter sous vide with blistered cherry tomatoes, artichokes, and bacon, and the Alaskan halibut was seared great, and that sauce was literally good enough to drink on its own. And for dessert, I went with the matcha martini, which is really more of a matcha tiramisu with layered biscuits, pastry cream, and a sesame white chocolate crisp. I mean, usually I think matcha kind of tastes like grass or cattle feed, but I was feeling adventurous, and I'm not gonna lie, this dessert was pretty fire. Now, later that night, I would make my way to the north end of downtown for one of Seattle's must-do experiences, the Space Needle. And that's what I'm gonna do. Which opened in 1962 and today has the only rotating glass floor in the world.
Check! I'm looking down!
And take a look at this.
We're facing north here, so we can see Lake Union on the right. The Cascade Mountains are the mountain range that you can see over here. And then on this side of the water is the Olympic mountain range. And Mount Rainier was really visible earlier, but the last time I checked, there were clouds over it. Just keep your eye out, though, and look to the right of the city skyline.
It's pretty hard to beat. But after that, I would head back to the hotel, where I'll see you in the morning.